A clash of interests was visible today as UN Security Council members sought to find a solution to the recent escalation in the Korean Peninsula. RT's Caleb Maupin has been following developments at the meeting for us.
Well, there was definitely tension inside the halls of the United Nations Security Council chamber as the 15-member body assembled to discuss the crisis on the Korean Peninsula. Now, both the United States and North Korea have flexed their military might, and many are looking for this tension to be resolved. Now, it seems like the United States and the United Kingdom are not exactly contributing to the easing of tension. Now, when U.S. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson spoke, he said that the use of force against the DPRK was not off the table.
Lastly, as we have said before, all options for responding to future provocation must remain on the table. Diplomatic and financial levers of power will be backed up by a willingness to counteract North Korean aggression with military action.
There could hardly be a clearer threat to world peace, more demanding of a unified response than the activities of one member of the United Nations, North Korea.
Now, this approach didn't really receive any support from Russia and China, who were pretty adamant in being opposed to any use of force.
Given the grave situation, China urges all parties to remain calm and restrain from any provocative rhetoric or actions that can lead to escalation. The use of force will not solve any differences, but can lead to disastrous consequences.
The threat of confrontation in the Korean Peninsula is now higher than ever before. Hostile rhetoric and military muscle flexing has left everybody wondering whether we should expect war. But we want to reiterate that military action is not an option and could lead to catastrophe in the region.
Now, this has been a difficult issue for the UN Security Council to tackle. Now, while all parties in the room were pretty adamant that North Korea's nuclear proliferation was unacceptable, there were some pretty clear differences about how to resolve the crisis. And it looks almost as if a compromise about how to deal with North Korea from the UN Security Council is not anywhere near on the horizon. Many are looking on and fearing that as the situation escalates, there could even be some kind of nuclear confrontation.
And another test launch of a ballistic missile by North Korea has failed. That's according to South Korea's Yonhap news agency, citing the South Korean Joint Chiefs of Staff. It was launched from an area near North Korea's capital, Pyongyang, just hours after those heated words from U.S. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson in Friday's UN Security Council meeting. There is no indication that the missile had nuclear capabilities, and it apparently exploded a few seconds after liftoff. North Korea is yet to make a statement on the matter. Well, the possibility of a military confrontation with North Korea has been floated by a number of U.S. officials in the past, but now American media outlets are also hinting that war could be in the cards.
Let me be very clear. The policy of strategic patience has ended.
Military options for North Korea.
We are sending an armada, very powerful. We have submarines, very powerful, far more powerful than the aircraft carrier, that I can tell you.
To confront the most urgent and dangerous threat to peace and security in the Asia-Pacific, the regime in North Korea.
The possibility of military action
between the U.S. and North Korea.
Under President Trump, the shield stands guard and the sword stands ready.
Sources say they include placing nuclear weapons in South Korea or killing Kim Jong-un.